You go to bed, you do absolutely nothing for 8 hours, and somehow your watch knows exactly what happened. It knows when you fell asleep, when you woke up briefly at 2 a.m. even though you have zero memory of it, how long you spent in deep sleep, how long you spent dreaming, all from a piece of plastic on your wrist. So how does it actually do that? Flip your watch over. You'll see a cluster of small green lights on the back. Here's what those are doing. Every time your heart beats, a pulse of blood moves through the vessels in your wrist. Blood absorbs green light. So when a pulse of blood passes under those lights, more green light gets absorbed and less bounces back to the sensor sitting next to them. By measuring how much light bounces back several times per second, your watch can detect your heartbeat. Simple as that. This is called photoplethysmography, which is a word that exists purely to make engineers feel important. You can just call it the heart rate sensor. Now here's why that matters for sleep. During light sleep, your heart rate drops slightly and becomes a little irregular. During deep sleep, it drops further and becomes very slow and steady. During REM sleep, the stage where you dream, it becomes all over the place. Fast, then slow, then fast again, mirroring whatever chaos is happening in your dreaming brain. So just by watching how your heart rate behaves throughout the night, the watch can make a pretty educated guess about what stage of sleep you're in at any given moment. But it's not working alone. Your watch also has an accelerometer, which is just a fancy word for a sensor that measures movement, and during sleep movement tells you a lot. Light sleep, you're shifting around, adjusting, restless. Deep sleep, you go completely still, almost no movement for long stretches. REM sleep. Your body is actually paralyzed during this stage, so you don't physically act out your dreams, so again, very little movement. But your heart rate is going wild. Awake, movement, heart rate back up to normal. Put the heart rate data and the movement data together, and you've got a surprisingly detailed picture of what someone's body is doing at any moment of the night. That's how it knows you woke up at 2 a.m. even when you don't remember it. The accelerometer caught the movement. The heart rate spiked briefly. 2 seconds of data, logged, gone back to sleep. Newer watches go further. Some measure your blood oxygen levels while you sleep, using red and infrared light instead of green. If your blood oxygen keeps dipping throughout the night, that can be a sign of sleep apnea, a condition where your airway closes during sleep, causing you to stop breathing repeatedly, sometimes hundreds of times a night, without you ever knowing. Millions of people have sleep apnea and have no idea. Some of them are finding out from their watch. That is not a small thing. Some watches also track skin temperature. Your body temperature drops as you fall asleep and rises as you approach waking. Any deviation from your normal pattern gets flagged. Useful for spotting illness, useful for women tracking their cycle. Just another data point that makes the picture more complete. Now here's the part the watch companies quietly gloss over. Raw sensor data is not a sleep report. To turn a stream of numbers into a chart showing your light, sleep, deep sleep, and REM cycles, you need an algorithm. And that algorithm is making educated guesses. The actual gold standard for measuring sleep is a clinical sleep study. Electrodes on your scalp measuring real brainwave activity. That's how scientists know what deep sleep actually looks like biologically. Your watch cannot measure brainwaves, so it finds patterns in the data it does have that correlate with what brainwaves would show. Companies train these algorithms by having people sleep in labs wearing both the watch and the full electrode setup at the same time. Then comparing, then teaching the algorithm what to look for. The result is pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. And for most people, perfect isn't the point. Consistent is the point. If your deep sleep has been dropping for 2 weeks, that's worth knowing even if the exact number is an estimate. So your watch tracks your sleep using light sensors measuring your heart rate, motion sensors measuring your movement, and in newer models, oxygen sensors and temperature sensors adding more detail, all fed into an algorithm that makes its best guess at what your body was doing while your brain was offline. It's not magic, it's just physics, statistics, and a very small computer that never takes a night off. Stay curious.